So, into peak week, welcome back to another episode. Dream Big Series 2, episode 11. This is going to be the peak week protocol video where I'm basically going to document Monday to Saturday of the peak week and basically just explain what I'm doing on a daily basis. Very simple. It's probably going to be quite boring, but this is what peak week is like. So today's day one. It's Monday today. We compete on Sunday. So what's that, 6 days out? So exciting stuff, very exciting. Today we're kind of taking it in like a day-to-day process, so nothing's kind of mapped out for the whole week. We kind of have an idea of what's going to happen across the week, but until Luke's seen pictures of me, seen what my weight is, the plan can change on a daily basis. So I've got the plan for today, and that's kind of it really. A slight layout for tomorrow, but that's where we're at the moment. So today, depletion day one. Today's macros: 325 gram of protein, 400 gram of carbs, 50 gram of fat, which is basically my pretty much a normal day of training day food, which has been the only adjustment has been a 25 gram drop in carbs. So my normal training day food was 425 gram, which I've been on for the last, I'd say, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks. And we've kind of held that just because we're in good nick. Conditions in nicely. It's just been getting better as the week's gone on without much drop in food. So our depletion of 25 gram of carbs, that's kind of where we're at. That's the only change we're doing, because we're pretty much there, and pretty much what we want to present on stage is a much fuller package. So he doesn't, Luke doesn't want to deplete me too much, because then we won't be able to carb up as much as we want. So I think the main outline plan is depletion Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, carb up Friday, Saturday, compete Sunday. So that's where we're kind of going with that. Obviously, if I deplete too much, we'll add another carb up day in, but I honestly do not know. We're going on a daily basis, which is why I'm filming each and every day. So I trained chest and abs this morning. This week is a very boring training week. In my mind, I'm taking it as like a deload week, because I find it very hard to kind of not train balls to the wall. So Luke's told me to leave 2 reps in the tank on every set, which is really hard. It's very hard for me to do that. I only know how to train one way, and this is not that way. So basically what I've done is I'm still logbooking, but I'm taking my numbers from last week. I'm basically just taking 2 reps off each set, so I know that I'm taking, because I've been maintaining load now for the last 3 or 4 weeks, so I know where my kind of top sets are. So just taking a rep or 2 away from that is kind of what I'm doing right now. So that'll be the continuous training for this week. I'm training chest and abs today, which I've done this morning. Tomorrow I'm training pull, and Wednesday I'm training arms. That's where we're at the moment with training. I'm not training Friday, obviously not Saturday, and competing Sunday. It's just Thursday, whether I train or not, but obviously that would depend on what we're doing with food and everything else. Cardio will be manipulated as well. Today I did 30 minutes, which was a standard cardio session. I think tomorrow I'm doing the same, and Wednesday I'm doing 20 minutes. But I'll update you on a daily basis, and each and every day you'll get a little snippet. I'm going to try and make them like 5 minutes long each one, so the video is not too long. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Done food, cardio, training. That's pretty much it. So that'll be today. Tomorrow I'm training pull. See you in the morning. So day 2 of depletion. Today's Tuesday. Yes, I'm wearing the same t-shirt as yesterday because it was just on the top of the pile. Day 2 depletion, pretty much exactly the same as yesterday.
After the morning of depletion day 1, so without a drop in food, I weighed in at 110.2, I think. This morning after depletion day 1, when food dropped, water dropped and salt dropped a bit, I was 108.6, so quite a big drop, which is expected just because we dried out a bit pretty much. We just lost a bit of water overnight. So today we're doing the same macros, 325 gram protein, 400 gram of carbs, 50 gram of fat. So that's today's plan. Steps still at 12,500. Cardio this morning, that's the one change. Cardio this morning was 20 minutes. Yesterday was half an hour. So we're starting to kind of bring down the output ever so slightly. Obviously still keeping things pretty consistent. And that's honestly, that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. We don't really need to make any big changes because the physique that we want to put on stage is pretty much there. We've obviously just got to dry out, get this water off, and then fill it with carbs. That's pretty much what the overall plan is this week. I do have information about tomorrow. So Wednesday's tomorrow. Usually Wednesday is my rest day. I am training tomorrow just because our rest days will happen during the end of the week. And I'm going to try and keep this on a day-to-day thing and not tell you too much on one day. But I can tell you tomorrow about tomorrow. So tomorrow's macros are 325 gram protein, 300 gram of carbs and 50 grams of fat. So a low day, the lowest day we've done so far. Again, this is probably going to make us drop weight. I'll probably hold weight today and see probably the same weigh-in tomorrow as I saw this morning. And then with tomorrow's low day, cardio tomorrow is at 20 minutes. Steps are still at 12,500. I think there's a slight increase in water. So my water at the moment is about 4.5 to 5 litres, 4 to 5 litres. So I just do 4.5 to 5, which is basically just like 3 of these. So I have 1 in training, and then 2 throughout the day, which I try and manage because I'm a big water drinker. Usually I'm on 6 litres a day. So a cut in water is quite a lot, and I am feeling quite thirsty the last day or two. So water tomorrow I think is going up to 5 to 6 litres. So I'll probably get in 6 litres tomorrow. And I think that's it for tomorrow. Not much change, just a change in food, slight increase in water. Salt is the same. Salt at the moment for the last 3 days has been 5 gram of low sodium salt, 5 gram of pink Himalayan, and that's just spread across my 6 meals. Tomorrow will be a 5 meal day. Today's 6 meals, and that's just how things are going to pan out. So now we just finish off today, go in tomorrow and train arms, do some cardio, do my normal steps, carry on posing. I'm still keeping my same routine in terms of posing, so I'm doing my 3 or 4 rounds in the morning, and then I do a round of posing at night. The night posing is very light, just going through movements, just going through rounds, and just getting the body used to posing, really. Just making sure that I'm nailing it. The last thing you want to do is go on stage and kind of have to think too much, because from my experience last year, that walk onto stage, the adrenaline rush you get is huge. A huge amount of adrenaline rush when you walk on stage, just because it's all come down to that point. There's no turning back. This is kind of it. This is what you've been thinking about for the last, for me, the last 10 weeks, or for me, the last, just year. Obviously, competing is a big part of bodybuilding, so you're thinking about it all the time, and it's coming down to that last kind of minute or two that you're, 5 minutes on stage doing mandatories and things. So you get a big surge of not so much energy, just like adrenaline energy, and and that's where you need your posing to come into action, you know, because even last year when my posing was solid, you know, I'd be nailing posing for the last 23 weeks, last prep, and you know, still doing it twice a day, going through rounds. It felt good, and then when you're on stage, the adrenaline gets to you. You got to try and control your breathing. You know, make sure everything's nailed. Make sure you're standing there like a statue on every single pose, and you just got to control things. You got to bring yourself back down to earth and just think, this is just another posing round. This is just what we've done every single day in prep and through the off season. It's just another posing round in the posing room. That's kind of all it is. And, you know, it's made easier from the judges who call out the poses. You know, you're getting told what to do, and all you have to do is execute and do the pose. You just got to keep composure, and that's kind of it. You know, it's the practice that comes into hand, because obviously you don't have much time to think. My last PCA show, they went through the rounds very, very quickly. Even the poses, you were standing there for, you'd probably hit it, and then literally 3 seconds later, they're calling the next pose, which is not a lot of time. You know, if you're kind of just getting into the pose and you manage to hit it at the end, you're standing there for a second or two, and then they're calling the next pose, and you might not be able to get into that pose quick enough if you haven't practiced. Obviously, I was able to get into the pose and hold it nicely. And then I found, you know, back shots. I was shaking a bit on my back leg, which people said they couldn't tell from the audience, but obviously you can tell, you know what's going on. So I really tried to nail my posing this year, the same as last year, but just going over and over and over again, just practicing and making sure it's drilled into me. So when I step on stage this year, shouldn't have to think at all. You should just be natural. You know, they go through the poses in the same order, so you kind of know what's coming next. So transitions, again, need to be on point. I'm rambling on. But yeah, today, no changes. Really, just the same as yesterday. And then we make some changes tomorrow. So I'll kind of update you on tomorrow, give you a little update tomorrow on what Thursday's going to be, because I'll know tomorrow morning after I weigh in and send check-in pictures. Luke will give me kind of the next day of what's going on. Will it be another day of depletion? Will it be a slight carb up? Who knows? We'll see what the body does today and see how we look tomorrow. So, but yeah, we'll call it a day today, and we'll catch up with you in the morning tomorrow. So, good morning. Calling to you from the treadmill, day 3. Today's Wednesday, day 3 of depletion. So we've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, about to do Wednesday. I spoke to you yesterday about what the macros were for yesterday and what they were going to be today. Still the same. I'm still waiting for updates from Luke, but I'm pretty sure we've done what he said yesterday to do today. So 325 gram protein, 300 gram of carbs, 50 gram of fat. That's what today's going to be. I'll spread that across 5 meals, which is typically my normal rest day food, so that is fine. I just have to take a bit of carbs off meal number 2, which is fine, which is literally just 1 banana. I was only dropping 25 gram of carbs from today, pretty much. And yeah, just trained arms this morning, little pump session, nothing crazy at all. Did a few supersets, a few drop sets. Still stuck to the same loads that I'm using and have been using. I'm pretty much the same numbers, rep schemes and stuff. Just try to go towards more the end of the rep scheme. So it goes, for example, a set of 8 to 12. I'll try and go for 12 instead of 8, which obviously means you're probably going to be using a slightly lighter load, and really try and just embrace that pump and honestly just try and get one, which I did, which was really good. So held on to that well for the whole session, and then finished up with that. So got my posing in afterwards, typical 3 or 4 rounds, and then just hit my 20 minutes of cardio. So cardio's again been slightly reduced. As the week goes on, cardio will get less and less. So today was 20 minutes, yesterday was 20 minutes. I'm not sure what tomorrow's going to be. Like I said, just
it's only 9 in the morning, so I don't expect anything from Luke for a while, but we'll see what tomorrow is. You'll just have to wait until I tell you tomorrow. But that's the plan for today. Just finishing off my steps. I always do like 50 minutes to an hour of steps in the morning, as well as my cardio, and then just get the rest of my steps in afterwards throughout the day. Steps today will be 12,500, same as yesterday. The one thing that's changing today, well, two things: food intake is going down, but water intake is going up. So for the last 2 days I've been having 4.5 litres. Typically I will have 6 litres and have done since I can remember consistently. So that was a bit of a tough one, just dealing with that and just being thirsty all day, because I'm a big water drinker. But today's gone back up to 5 to 6 litres, so I just get my normal 6 litres in today, which is just 4 of the 1.5 litre bottles, and hopefully feel a bit fuller tomorrow, because I feel like water for me is a big thing in terms of fullness, as well as salt. My salt's being reduced. Salt's to 5 grams low sodium salt, 5 grams pink and lane. I think I told you yesterday what I was having, so I'm not going to repeat that. So that's today. Another pretty easy day. Definitely looking tighter. Legs are starting to come through more, which is nice to see. The lines are starting to show through more near the hips, which is good. The upper part of the quads are starting to come in. It's just a telltale sign that they're just recovering. The slight drop in cardio, probably the slight drop in training as well, as it's mostly just been pump work this week, and it's only going to get better, and the lines are only going to get deeper as the week goes on. So I've got a rest day tomorrow, so not training, and then carbs start to go in maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure yet, but definitely Friday and Saturday. So I am doing an upper body pump session on Friday before the carbs go in. So yeah, we'll leave that there. I'm going to crack on with these steps. That's 10 minutes left. Get on with today, and I'll update you in the morning. Good morning again. Day 4 of depletion. Today is Thursday. We had that drop in food yesterday. Woke up this morning at 108.3. Yesterday's weigh-in was 108.8. So only a very slight weight drop. My water did go up yesterday, if I didn't mention, to 6 litres. The day before was 4.5 litres, so I might just be holding a bit more water. But the look this morning is much crispier than yesterday, so we're definitely getting tighter as the days go on. It's just, it's peak week is a bit mad because the daily changes you see are pretty drastic. Very interesting for me, which is one of the reasons why I love bodybuilding, is getting to this stage and seeing daily changes is mad. Depending on how you manipulate the plan, because you're so on your stuff, you're so consistent, and to the T, changes will occur when you make them overnight pretty much. So it's very interesting this week for me, just trying to take it all in and trying not to make it so much of a blur that I just don't really take anything in. So very good. Today's plan is our lowest day of food, so carbs are getting dropped by 50 grams, so taking us to 250 gram. Protein staying the same at 325, and then fats are dropping as well, so I've got a 10 gram of fat drop, taking us to 40 gram of fat today. I'll still spread it across 6 meals. My last meal yesterday, I literally just took my rice cakes and jam and half a bagel from meal 1, and literally just had that as my last meal, just so psychologically I can have 6 meals. That's pretty much basically it, really. So meal timing is not too far apart each other. Today for my last meal, I'm having a bagel, jam, and some whey. I had some whey with my last meal last night as well. So, you know, just something sweet to look forward to, something nice to have before bed. And again, just the thing about having 6 meals, I just enjoy having 6 eating stages along the day. So that's the plan for today. Like I said, water intake today is 6 litres again. Salt at the moment, I'm doing 5 grams of pink Himalayan, 5 grams of low sodium salt. Mix them together, just spread them across my 6 meals. I'm also trying to kind of fast for as long as I can in the morning, again just to keep meals together, not have too much of a break in between, because obviously hunger does spike, and hunger spikes for me when food gets dropped or the plan changes. So yeah, today was a rest day, is a rest day, a complete rest day to be honest. No cardio today, which is very strange. I missed my cardio this morning. And I've just been in the gym and just done steps. It's about 7:20 in the morning. Got the gym for 6, did my check-in pitches, done about 45 minutes of steps. Steps are only at the moment 10,000, so they have been 12,500 for pretty much the whole of prep. We're just taking some steps off today, again just to recover the body before prime it ready for carbs going in potentially tomorrow. Luke just needs to send me the plan for tomorrow, and then I will update you tomorrow on what the plan is. So that's today, very simple. Resting for as much as possible. Naps are, I'm a big advocate of naps, and have been for this whole year really. Every day, because I train in the morning fasted, train early, I get up early. It allows me to have half an hour. When food was higher, I could have like half an hour to an hour nap. At the moment, it's very hard to kind of settle down and have a decent nap where I'm going into some sort of deep sleep. It doesn't really happen. I'm just kind of resting my eyes and resting the body. If I can fall asleep, then happy days. But I think just because body fat is at its lowest, food's at its lowest, your body's kind of on edge all the time really. It doesn't really settle just because it's obviously in a point where it doesn't want to be. You know, the thing for the body is at this point wants to put fat on, wants to put weight on, wants to get back to feeling normal again. So it's kind of not in a settling place. So sleep was good last night. Sleep's not too bad. I'm still getting up like 4 or 5 times in the night to go for a piss, but that's kind of normal at this point in prep. Like I think I mentioned before, like when you get to about 4 or 5 weeks out, you are up several times in the night. So that's kind of normal for me at the moment, but again, it's broken sleep. It's not the best. You know, you do have to kind of adapt to it and just put sleep on the back burner. I haven't used any kind of supplements for sleep, which I thought about the other night, and I thought I should. So after this show on Sunday, I think I'm just going to order some sleep aid from Redcon One, because I've used that in the past quite a lot, and it does really work. You just take it half an hour before bed, and you know, 20 minutes after you take it, you're kind of starting to fall asleep, and that's kind of what I need right now. So after the show on Sunday, I will be getting some of that and putting it in, because we've got like shows dotted around the next 2 months really. So it's gonna be in terms of recovery, I need to kind of get that sorted. So that's one thing that I want to do and improve is my sleep. But that's plan for today. I've got a busy day today, which is quite good with it being the lowest day of food. I'm prepping for a dinner which I'm doing tomorrow. 2 days out doing a dinner. Maybe not the best decision, but again, it keeps me busy, keeps my mind off prep, and keeps my mind off food. Even though I'm a chef doing food, it's weird. I don't really crave this kind of food that I cook, the fine dining type of menus that I do. So it's not too bad. It's work for me. I don't really see it as something to crave or anything. So I got a full prep day today, which will take me majority of the day. I try and spread it out across the day and just make sure I'm busy. And Obviously, again, steps are down, so I try and stay off my feet for as much as possible today, because I've already got like half my steps in, but not too much. But getting a haircut today, so get this sorted, get us ready for Sunday, get us freshened up, and then tomorrow is Friday, so I'll do a full body shave tomorrow. I've been going to sunbeds every other day as well, just to get that base coat before our actual base coat tan on Saturday, and then we get the show day tan on Sunday. So days are pretty much mapped out. I kind of know what I'm doing through the day on till show day pretty much. So but again, that's the plan for today. I'll update you tomorrow on what's going on. We are Friday, Saturday, about 3 days out, so I feel good. Hungry, yeah, but that's definitely expected when you're in the depletion. I'm only going to get hungrier when the carbs go in. People think, oh, you're eating 800 to 1,000 grams of carbs a day, you must be really, really full. No, you actually get hungrier because your body's sped up. You've been on low food for so long. Once you start putting in food again, the body speeds up and it soaks it in. As soon as that big meal of rice and whatever hits the body, it soaks it up straight away and just uses it, and then metabolism kicks in and hunger spikes are greater. So yes, I'm looking forward to a lot of food, not looking forward to the hunger side of things, but we push on, and we're striving for this first look. So very exciting. A few days to go. I'll update you tomorrow on what the plan is. Until then, we'll see you soon. So Friday today, our first kind of carb up, if you want to call that. Macros for today: 180 grams of protein, 600 grams of carbs, 30 grams of fat, spread across 6 meals, so we get equal amounts of food going in through the day. Steps will be lower, like 7,000 to 8,000. My water intake today will be 6 litres. I'm just going to drink pretty normally, how I normally would. Salt has increased slightly. Still doing 5 grams of the low sodium salt, and then we're going to do 8 grams of the pink Himalayan. So a bit more pink Himalayan salt today. No cardio today, and just trained and done another body pump session, so I feel much better, to be honest. I felt a bit down yesterday just because I didn't train, but I feel good this morning. Really, really good pump this morning. Still using the JP pumpage, which we're actually going to use pre-stage, like 20 minutes before stage. I'm going to down the pumpage just because my pump this morning was really, really good, and I just want to replicate that. And I think the reason I was full this morning and really good pump was water intake as well. I think really does affect my body in a good way in terms of staying full. So we're going to increase water on show day, or just drink normally on show day, because I think that does play a part in my fullness. So yeah, we're just going to play it by ear today. Basically just tick the boxes and see what I look like in the morning, and go off. The plan will be changed in the morning, or it will be kept the same. Just depends on how I look, how full I am. Condition's there, so the work is done in terms of condition. We've just got to fill this frame out and bring obviously our best package. So that's really it today. I've just got to the shops. It's about 9:10. I haven't had my first meal yet. I'm going to go home and eat. A few different things going in today. Might as well be as transparent as possible. We are utilising a bit of Lantus insulin with my first meal. That'll be it for the day, just to help with any kind of bloating that might occur from the increase in carbohydrates. But I mean, 600 grams of carbs for me is like a low day in a growing phase, so I don't think it will touch the sides. And my sources of food that I'm using are going to be really, really simple. I'm not going to overcomplicate it at all. Each meal is pretty much exactly the same. Protein sources, I'm using cod, chicken and whey. Carb sources, I'm using rice cakes, jam. I think that's it. I'm having some egg whites in the morning as well this morning, just because I've had them in every day and I know it's a good protein source to use. And then fats, because they're so low, literally at 30 grams of fat for the whole day. I'm having one whole egg in the morning, peanut butter on 2 meals, and that's it. So really simple. You know, the worst thing you can do now is kind of overcomplicate things and think, oh yeah, loads of food going in today, 600 grams of carbs, let's eat potatoes and stuff and things that I haven't had in prep. No, we want to strip it back to the basics and foods that you know digest well. So that's the plan today. So yeah, really simple. I'm going to leave it there, to be honest, and kind of update you in the morning with what the plan is, with what we're going to do on the one day out. So but overall I feel really good, mentally, physically. You know, I'm not fatigued, which is a good sign. Still working on recovery. I'm going to get a nap in today, maybe 1 or 2 naps hopefully. Sleep wasn't too bad last night. I was still up about 4 times last night, and weight was up actually this morning, about 1 kilo up, just because obviously we didn't train, I didn't do cardio, steps were lower, water intake was slightly higher, even though food was at its lowest at about 250 grams of carbs. I think just the general output that I did yesterday was much lower, so you know, I would just be holding a bit more water today, even though we look dry and full. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go shopping now, get a few bits for show day. On show day we're going to be utilizing you know, chicken peanut butter in the morning, a few rice cakes and jam, some sweets, so I'll pick up some Tanfastics this morning. What the fuck is going on? And I'm going to pick up a pack of cookies as well for Sunday, just in case, and a banana, I think. So that's the plan. I'll update you tomorrow on what's going on, but this is 2 days out. Yeah, 2 days out, Friday, Saturday, yeah, 2 days out, so we'll see you in the morning. Welcome back, good morning. Saturday today, 1 day out. This will be the last kind of snippet of peak week. So day 2 of our carb load. As you listened to before, I'm not going to reiterate myself completely, but we're doing exactly the same plan as yesterday. So macros, 325 gram, sorry, not 325 gram, 180 gram protein, 600 gram of carbs, 30 gram of fat across 6 meals. Exactly the same food. Food went down well yesterday, no issues at all. Digestion was good. You know, like I put on my story yesterday with the foods I was eating. Really simple: rice, chicken, fish, rice cakes, jam, peanut butter. That's pretty much it. Keeping it really simple just for digestion and making sure that digestion is in as best place as possible. We're keeping that midsection as tight as we can, you know, not holding on to water, etc. So that is the plan for today. Nothing crazy, and we're just going to see it through now. So this is the carb load, day 2. I don't really have much else to say on this, but I hope you guys enjoyed kind of this peak week vlog, daily information that I've kind of done. I enjoy talking about it. I think that's one of the main things, and I enjoy just documenting my journey, because it's different every week. Something happens, the plan changes, and especially in peak week when the plan changes every day, and we're seeing daily changes from the physique. It's exciting, you know. So yeah, now we just kind of roll into the show tomorrow. You know, the look is pretty much there. We just need to fill out a bit more, and you know, got 6 liters of water to get down. I feel like, I don't know if I spoke on the last bit, but I feel like water is a big thing for me in terms of fullness, so we're going to be utilizing that a bit more this prep. So that'd be interesting to see a look from that, because we didn't really utilize it last time. We kind of counted on food more than anything, and actually reducing water. So putting my normal water intake in that I would have kind of pre-workout, because I train fasted and my pump yesterday was insane, and that's from training fasted with my last meal being the night before. So I want to see what we look like with my normal water intake in, with my normal electrolytes, amino acids, all my kind of things that I have intra-workout, as well as having a pre-workout pump formula as well in there. So that's exciting. We're traveling down today, get my tan this afternoon, base coat, and then I'll just be chilling out tonight, eating my meals, and getting everything sorted. So that's it, we'll leave it there. Next time you see me will be show day vlog. I think I'm going to try and capture as much as I can, document as much as I can, probably in the morning. I'll probably film a lot of it tomorrow morning and just take you through the day of what the plan is. But until then, we'll see you soon.